Hi, everybody. My name is Andy. I'm coming to you from the Tempe site. Nice and sunny here in Arizona. Hope it is where you are. We're going to do some stretches here. So today, all you're going to really need is just a little bit of space, a wall to touch, and if you have a shelf or a desk or something, we're going to do our lat stretch. You can also do it on a wall, but it is preferred if you have something to put your back flat against. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with our usual warm up to get our spine ready. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in. And as we exhale, we're going to slowly reach straight up towards the ceiling, keeping our head straight, looking right in front of us, getting as tall as you can. Engaging the core, making sure that your posture is as good as it can be. From there, we're going to go ahead and slowly bring it down halfway so that our back is nice and flat. You can balance a glass of water on there and you're pressing your chest towards the floor. You can rest your hands on your thighs. If you need a little bend in your knees, that's also fine. And now you're looking at the floor right in front of you. And you go as far as you can. You can straighten out your legs as far as you're comfortable and press your chest as far forward as you're comfortable. We're going to go through these twice. So the first one, you don't need to push too far. And from there, we're going to go ahead and just let it all hang forward. Letting the crown of your head point towards the floor so you're looking at your knees. Again, you can have a slight bend in those knees. The straighter they are, the more you're going to feel that stretch all the way in the back from your calves up into your hamstrings, into your glutes. You can place your hands behind your calves to pull you closer. Your ankles, your toes, the floor, whatever you can reach, whatever feels most comfortable for you. You can also grasp your elbows so that you have a little bit of weight pulling you down. And before we stand up, I want you to think about squeezing those glutes like you're doing a deadlift. That way you don't feel this in your back. So we're going to take a nice deep breath in. As we exhale, squeeze those glutes, slowly pull yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Roll those shoulders down and back. Let's go through this one more time. So get a nice deep breath in. Exhale, we're going to reach up. Nice and tall. If your shoulders are feeling a little bit tight and you want to keep it right here, that's perfectly fine. If you want to add a little bit of a back bend, you can support your lower back. If you're here, you can let your head hang. Whatever feels best for the body you brought today. We're going to move out of our position here. We're here, and we're going to bring it down again halfway. Maybe you can press your chest a little bit lower. Again, we're still keeping a nice flat back, but you'd no longer be able to balance a glass of water if you're pressing your chest forward. But if you put a tennis ball at the base of your tailbone, it would roll like a ramp right down your back. It wouldn't get caught anywhere or it wouldn't roll off to the side. So nice and flat. And when you're ready, go ahead and let it all hang forward. We're looking at our knees again. Maybe you can reach a little bit further, or you can pull yourself a little bit further. Maybe your legs are a little bit straighter, but maybe just a little bit better of a range of motion than last time. If you're in any of these stretches and it just feels really good, it feels like you're releasing a lot of tension and you want to stay there, please feel free to stay there. All of these are recorded. You can come back to this and move through it at a different pace whenever you would like. Let's take a nice deep breath in, squeeze those glutes, pull yourself up one vertebrae at a time. Let's get those shoulders back and down so we're in a nice standing neutral position. And from here, we're going to go ahead and get up against the wall. We're going to place our back up against the wall. I'm going to turn my camera just a little bit so you can see me a little bit better. So from here, we're going to do what's called a Y and a T. So what I want you to do is I want you to press your body as flat against the wall as you can. So you're going to have a little bit of gap in your low back, right? Because that's where spine bends. And from here, we're going to try to put our thumbs against the wall. And from here, we're going to go just straight up, keeping contact. The back of your head, your shoulder blades, and your backside are all touching the wall. And we're going to bring it back down. And we're going to go out. We're going to keep repeating this. We're going to go through this 3 more times. So we're going to go straight up. Keep those thumbs along the wall. Keep those shoulder blades against the wall. Bring it back down. Think about squeezing your ribs down. And let's go out to the side. And let's do this 2 more times. Straight up. Try to keep everything touching the wall. If you can't, that's okay. If you need to use the back of your hand, that's okay. If you can't reach the wall, just go as far as you can. And go out again. Let's go 1 more time. Straight up. Try to get those arms up as high as you can. If your arms don't want to move this way, that's fine. You can bring them out here more. And let's bring it back down. Last time out to the side. Thumbs are still touching the wall. Go ahead and relax from that. I'm going to get back better into frame here. From here, we're going to go ahead into our neck roll. So we're going to just start with tucking our chin down to our chest. And I want you to think about scraping your chin along your collarbone. We're going to go all the way back. Scrape the other collarbone. Come back down to center. Let's do that 1 more time. Nice and slow. Scrape the collarbone, back to the middle. Let's do the same thing. We're just going to go the other direction. Tucking that chin, letting the head go all the way back. Scrape the other collarbone. 1 more time. Perfect. Hopefully our shoulders and our neck are feeling a little bit looser. So let's go into our last. So this is where preferably you have a desk or you have something flat like this shelf. I'll show you how to do it on the wall as well. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to place our palms flat on the surface. And we're going to kind of walk ourselves backwards and we're going to push our hips back. My back is nice and flat. My core is engaged. I'm trying to tuck my belly button in. And we're pressing our chest towards the floor. Let your head come down so that your ears are in between your arms. And press as far as you can. You want to pedal your legs. Get a little bit of a calf stretch in there. That's one option. If you're comfortable here, stay in that position. I'm going to switch and show you how to do this on the wall if you don't have access. So what you're going to do is just place your hands flat against the wall and do kind of the same thing. Just careful not to let your hands slip, but it's the same concept. So we're still pressing our chest forward. Again, you can pedal those legs. Go ahead and stand up out of that for a second. Let's reset, make sure those shoulders are staying down, our core is staying engaged. And I'm going to show you another variation that you can do with this. So let's get back into that position. Getting into it nice and easy. I mean, we're working our back here, so we want to take it nice and slow and intentional. Pressing that chest forward again. Maybe you can press a little bit further. Maybe your ears actually start to come a little bit past your arms, but not because you're moving your head. If you just dropped your neck, of course your ears would come down. But maybe because you're able to press your chest just a little bit further. Again, you can pedal those legs. You got to really make sure you're pushing your tailbone back behind you so you can really feel that stretch in your calves. And if you want, ease up just a little bit, reach one hand underneath. And you're gonna feel this, you're gonna let your, the hand that you're reaching underneath, that knee can bend. Your hips can twist a little bit. And you can get a nice stretch all down your side. You can take your time with that and then do the other side. Let the hips go with your arm. If you're happy here, just in our neutral position, then you can stay right here. Whatever works best for you today. We're gonna go ahead and slowly stand up again. We're using those glutes. Every time we stand up, I want you to think about using your glutes. Even if you're just picking something up off the floor, every time you do that, you're doing a deadlift, right? So use those glutes and hopefully you'll notice less tension in your low back. Let's go through just a couple of hip circles like we did last week. So we're gonna pretend that we have a hurdle. We're trying to get our foot up and over it. So we're gonna bring our leg up. You can hold on to the wall for balance if you need to. We're gonna twist our foot out, get it over that hurdle, bring it straight back behind us, come back to front. Do that again. Foot goes out, over the hurdle, back to the middle. Let's go the opposite direction. So we're gonna go backwards first. Let that foot come in and then out, back to the middle one more time. Perfect, let's switch sides. Again, that foot comes up, foot goes out, sweep that leg all the way around, come back to the middle. One more time going forward, opening that hip up as wide as you can, and let's go backwards. Get that foot over the hurdle. So you're trying to keep that knee and leg up the whole time. Perfect. We'll end with a couple of static stretches just to make sure everything's nice and open. And then we'll be all set for today. So let's get our pecs. So two options here. You can bring your hands behind your back and raise straight up, maintaining a nice good posture so our core is activated. If that doesn't work for you, you can put your hand on a wall and just twist away, whichever feels better for you. And we're just going to hold that position. Again, nice strong core here. Crown of the head is dangling from the ceiling. You can go ahead and release that. We're going to get our hamstrings one more time. So we're just going to go all the way down into that forward fold. Now that we're a little bit warmer, maybe you can reach the next stage down. So if you were reaching for your calves, maybe now you can get your ankles. If you got your ankles, maybe now your shoelaces or your toes, maybe down to the floor. Maybe you can press your legs a little bit straighter. And again, just like before, using those glutes, let's pull ourselves up nice and slow. Round those shoulders. They can be up towards your ear, push them back to the wall behind you, and then press down like you're tucking your shoulder blades into your back pockets. Make sure that chin is tucked back too. We don't want to be pressing our heads really far forward, so make sure the ear is lined up over the shoulder. You're back in a proper posture, and hopefully you're feeling a little bit looser. So thank you for coming to my stretch break today. Again, my name is Andi. I'm at the Tempe site. I'll be here for you next Wednesday, and we will have this recorded, and we have all the previous weeks recorded too. So if you need a stretch break at any time, just go to our YouTube page, and you'll be able to access all of the stretch breaks. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Wednesday, and I will see you next week. Thank you.